Webb Fish Farm. It is located at 4130 Old Bemiss Road. This involves 4.8 acres. That is currently R1 and R10, and the request is for CG, and it will be supplied by county utilities. Mr. Dillon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, good evening. Again, the request before you tonight is 4.8 acres to be rezoned for general commercial in order to allow the existing buildings to be repurposed and expected future commercial use. The property is currently accessed off of Old Bemiss Road across the Cater Road network. It's a county maintained local road, though new local roads and access points are proposed, which I'll show just a little bit. As you know here, the property is within the suburban character area, and again, the county utilities do promote recommendations for commercial general zoning. This map currently doesn't show any particular wetlands on the property in question. However, the applicant has provided an overall layout of wetlands adjacent to the property. To the east, you see they have been delineated. You see a retention pond just to the east of the property as well. And then that new access road that's being proposed at the commission here. Back out to show you just a little bit of the more general overall neighborhood development and proposed commercial area for you tonight. Again, these are some recent aerials. You'll note Old Bemiss Road on the top of your screen there. You'll also notice a brand new cul-de-sac that's just been finished here recently, and construction of homes have begun. This is the current crossing accessing off Old Bemiss Road. This is what the applicant is proposing to use temporarily during construction. And again, as we look to the east on the existing building here, we'll try to span around with some of the images that the applicant has provided for you. Potential rendering of how they could be repurposed into multi-tenant commercial spaces. Again, looking to the south, through probably that access road. Moving around a little bit more to the interior, west. And again, the existing state of the buildings, again from the east looking west. And again, more from the northeast corner here, looking back on these renderings. This is from the cul-de-sac, looking south of the buildings. Potential layout. And again, from Bemiss Knights Academy Road, Hairline Circle, you see the buildings in question over to the right to the east of the trees, and this is a potential rendering and layout based on that access road location. Again, with that being said, the TRC did analyze the request, factors relevant in this case, including neighboring land uses, lot sizes, zoning patterns, availability of county utilities, the current and proposed access, and therefore recommends approval with the following conditions. 1, no alcohol package stores, cemeteries, clubs, lodges, meeting or event facilities, car washes, gas stations, hotels, motels, or vehicle sales lots shall be allowed. And 2, any ingress off Old Bemiss Road shall require the property owner developer to pave the street from that point to the nearest paved street at their expense. The applicant proposed a slight modification to condition number 2 here. Again, talking about clarifying prior to the operation of businesses on any of those parcels that they have paved public access. With that being said, the Planning Commission did recommend approval with condition 1 and modification condition number 2.
Any questions for Mr. Dillon? All right, we'll move to the public hearing portion of the meeting. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition? Hearing none, is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this request? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record.
I represent Southern Forest Holdings. This is a company from Florida who's making interest in our area greatly over the last few years. I've handled several questions for them and watched them handle several developments. They have liked to buy and remodel multifamily and commercial properties, and I've watched them do a good request that y'all approve this proposed rezoning as recommended by staff and accept the condition number 2, and the revised condition. Any questions on the answer about the project?
Any questions? Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor of this request? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record, please.
Hey, Mr. Chairman, Scott Alderman, 5273 Bethany Drive, Bayhire, Georgia. I represent Mike Davis and his wife Gay. They are the administrators of the T.L. Webb property, and they are the sellers of the property. And I'm their broker, but this has been a great example of everybody coming together to make an abandoned property better, more productive. And it's been kind of a challenge to put the pieces together, but everybody has done that, including J.D. Dillon and his staff, Jack, the attorney, and the buyer, and the seller side. So we appreciate the consideration. We think it'll be a good positive thing and a good example of everybody trying to work together to make something good happen. Any questions?
Any questions? All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, if there's no other folks that want to speak in favor of the request, then we will close the public hearing portion of the meeting. Commissioners, I'll turn it over to you for your consideration.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve with the first warning modification of Unit 2 as presented.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second? Have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries.